8:43 is the time. It is Super Bowl weekend, so I guess maybe it's appropriate to talk football and Rams with David Hunt, St. Louis Post-Dispatch reporter. Good morning.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Just fine. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Good having you here.
We continue to see all the wheels turning behind the scenes about putting a new stadium together, and we've got a team owner just kind of is not even looking to the sound of the noise.
Yeah, it's an interesting moment here. I mean, I think that somebody said to me recently that they're viewing these projects as parallel projects, and I think I believe that entirely. So
You're talking about the California project here,
right.
parallel.
So you have the Los Angeles project that Kroenke has announced and is going, 80,000 glitzy, concrete and steel and glass stadium in Inglewood. That is moving full steam ahead. I just talked with some friends out there, and it is, they submitted 20,000 signatures to change the zoning. They only needed 9,000. They did it in like 2 weeks. I mean, they are moving quickly out there, and I think it's clear that Kroenke is positioning himself to be the guy in Los Angeles. Now, does that mean the Rams are going to be the team? Well, I think there's a whole bunch of other people who have a say-so in that, including local folks. So, I mean, this is a very interesting moment. I think local people are trying to position themselves to keep a team or to be in the running for a team down the road.
David, I have a question. If all things were equal, and I know California and St. Louis are different, and the state and everything else, although the proposal they have for the riverfront, that's a beautiful-looking facility. But the bottom line is, if it's all the same, I think he would still say, I'm going to L.A. He would just blow us off.
Yeah, so here's the thing. The math isn't simple. So, for instance, it will be a multi-$100 million prospect to move a team. The league will require a moving fee, right, a transfer fee. We don't know how much that'll be, but it has been as high as $800 million for a new team in other markets. There's the cost of building a stadium in Los Angeles. It's not going to be $1 billion in Los Angeles. It's going to be what, 1.5, 1.8?
Sure. Yeah.
So there is now, long haul, sure, a team in Los Angeles is going to make more money for the owner than a team in St. Louis. But there's also the NFL who says that we want a team, we want 32 teams strong in their markets. That's what Goodell told everybody when he was picked to be the commissioner. And I'm not sure that they don't want a team in St. Louis. If you're looking long term, they want both, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The NFL wants a team here and there. So what's better for them? Well, they probably would play this smartly and pick carefully.
I still find it so interesting that, so they hired these consultants to move forward with this new stadium in St. Louis.
Yep.
But
not yet. They're getting there.
Okay, yeah. They've okayed it.
Right. Where we are now is we've got a team of two, David Peacock and the former Anheuser-Busch executive and Bob Blitz, who is the Edward Jones Dome attorney. They've been tapped by the governor to put together this plan. They have talked to a lot of people. They've got a lot of free labor, and now they need to start paying people for this plan to go forward.
My question is, though, are they is it more trying to keep the Rams or just moving forward so we can get someone else in here?
Right.
Because are they just wasting their time trying to keep the Rams here?
So
it's just so clear to me.
I take people at their word until they've proven me that they're lying. And I think right now I'm taking everybody at their word. And they are doing both. They are trying to keep the Rams here, and they are setting the city up for all other opportunities. So if the city loses the Rams, folks want to be in a decent position for something else down the road, be it a development on the river, I don't know, whatever, condos, whatever they can, or another team.
And who's paying for where's the money coming from these consultants?
The consultants are being paid by the Edward Jones Dome Authority. So this is an interesting part of it too. And here's something that is a little concerning. We don't know how much they're going to pay. So there's no cap on this money. So I think that we will all watch very carefully how this money is spent, to who it goes, how much they spend. So the Edward Jones Dome Authority is a public board that was created by the state to build the Edward Jones Dome. And they're the ones who get the $24 million a year from the city, state, and county.
Speaking to that, the governor has said that I don't need legislative approval to issue bonds for this project.
Right. Yeah. So I think what we're going to see there is a whole lot of nothing. I mean, I think people are going to wait until everything else is lined up before they tackle those.
It's still $400 million to put on the taxpayers, regardless of how they structure it at this point. Correct?
If it happens,
If
yeah.
it happens,
I mean,
yeah.
so I think this is what I think we're going to see. We're going to see people putting land together first, getting the tax credits in order. Then, if they can get some assurances from the NFL, and probably from Kroenke too, then we're going to start talking about legislative votes and city and county votes of the people and the tax dollars.
You
and
can't
stuff
go.
like
You
that.
can't go down the road to say if we build it, they will come.
I think that's not
Right.
going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it cannot happen. Because who's going to
Yeah.
front that
Yeah.
owner side of the money? I mean, we're talking about $450 million that is
Taxpayers,
needed.
yeah.
Well, $400 million from the taxpayers,
Yeah,
but
just from the
$450
taxpayers.
million from an owner.
Right.
Right? And the NFL's not going to give the owner that loan if there's no owner, and the owner can't give the money if he's not here. So, the stadium's not going to get built without a team.
You know, Georgia Frontier, when she brought the team back here, she did it because she said, I want this community to have professional football again.
Yeah.
If she were still alive, we wouldn't be looking at this situation. I'm convinced of that.
You know, Georgia Frontiere was not a popular owner in Los Angeles.
No, she wasn't.
And for that matter, I
she
think-
wasn't popular with the NFL owners anyway because she
No.
was a woman, first of all.
I think one thing that we forget also, and I don't know how much this plays into it, but football was not popular in Los Angeles.
No.
You know, and
They had too many distractions.
Nobody cared that much about the Rams
Yeah.
back then, and I can say that because I lived there.
Yeah.
You know, L.A. is a Lakers, Dodgers, USC, UCLA town. I mean,
And driving the boulevard. You don't need
yeah,
to go to
you go
games.
hiking, you can
Yeah.
go surfing, you can go skiing. I mean, you know, it's sunny and beautiful 75% of the time. I mean, it's just, you know, the Rams were not a hot commodity there. So Kroenke would have to, anybody who moves there would have to change that image. I mean, it would have to be, you know, glitzy and glamorous. He'd have to draw stars. I mean, there would have to be real reason to bring a team and spend the money.
And a winning team.
And probably.
All right, David. As always, thank you for your insight.
Happy to be
And-
here.
Thanks,
Thanks
David.
for having me.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
8:51 is the time. This is McGraw Live, 550.